So we are wrapping up 2022. If I was any good at chasing YouTube algorithms, I would have made this last week and posted it this week instead. But you know, that's just the thing. And last week it was like 20 degrees when I would have recorded this on the weekend. So it cut me a break. It was freaking cold out. It's still kind of chilly out today. It's like 40 something degrees, December 31st. But you can see my breath, but it's not that cold. Yeah, so I figured, you know, I go back, if you follow my short videos, occasionally I'll find a little gadget or something that kind of makes my life easier as a road mechanic. And I figured I'd go back through all those things I've bought over this past year and do a quick preview. Some of the stuff I haven't shown in videos, and some of the stuff I have, you might recognize it, like I said, if you follow my short videos. And yeah, let's go through that stuff. I gotta switch the camera around for a better angle. Real quick before we get started, I just want to acknowledge it started drizzling. Weatherman said it wasn't supposed to rain today. I'm surprised those people could actually predict the sunrise. So if you hear a little clinking, that's the rain bouncing off the top of my van. It's my recording studio. You'll have to forgive me. But anyway, starting off, which is probably my favorite thing, and it's sitting right here, so I'll grab it, is this little collapsible stool I bought. Originally, I saw the advertisements for it was, you know, you're going to a ball game, kids soccer practice, and you need a place to sit, or, you know, you're on the beach and you need a place to sit. Buy this thing. I don't want to talk too much about prices because stuff changes so much, but I think it was like 25 bucks when I first bought this. And this is a game changer. Any field mechanics or field service type people, one thing you're always looking for is a good place to sit. Usually ends up being a 5-gallon bucket, which hurts your ass. And yeah, this I mean, it's not comfortable, but it's comfortable, more comfortable than a bucket. And basically the way it works is you just pull it, and you hit it, and you lock it in, and it's got these little tabs right here that latch in. And I'm $240, $260, depending on how many snacks I had that month. And this thing holds up perfectly. They say it's rated for 400 pounds. Like I said in the long format video, I mean the short format video, when I first showed this, I'd pay to see 400 pounds of ass sitting on this little circle. But it's nice. Like I said, you can adjust to small, or you take it all the way out, and you got, you know, a proper stool if you need it. And yeah, this thing, I honestly, so many people, not just on YouTube, but in real life, I show this to guys I work with and maintenance guys at buildings that I'm doing work in. And yeah, I've sold a million of these freaking things, and yeah, I love it. If it broke, which I don't think it will, I would immediately buy another one, because it just, you know, it's a good place to have a place to sit. And then my lights turn off like they always do. There you go. And yeah, so this is definitely probably one of my top buys of 2022 as far as little life-changing, make life a little better type things. Now, my next thing, I didn't feature these on my short videos. I kind of just recently got these about a month ago. And I don't know, you might have seen, if you're watching TV, at least in the United States, they had those, I think they were called gator lights or lizard lights or something like that. They were green, and basically what they are is just a marker style light, kind of like an LED flare. And that's it right here. I looked up those gator style lights, and or whatever the hell they're called, and they used AA or AAA batteries in them, and I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb, because I'm going to put batteries in them, and then when I go to use them, it's not going to work, because the batteries are going to be dead, or I'm going to use it for a half an hour and the batteries are going to die. But I found these while I was looking at those, and these are rechargeable, and you got flashing lights coming. So if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, close your eyes and just listen to the soothing sounds of my voice. But yeah, you just take this thing, and it's got different modes. I'll show you my favorite one. Come on, there it is. The little woo-woo light. And what I'm going to end up using this for is, occasionally I have forklifts that break down in a high traffic area. It's got a little spotlight too. And yeah, this will be nice. Aside from cones, sticking this up on top of it. There's not too many too many lights you see in industry that look like this, or at least a beacon light that you would see. And yeah, this would grab someone's attention. So at least when they run me over, they got to explain why they ran me over. Not only with cones alerting them to my presence, but with this, so it'll be just more embarrassing for them, because like I said, yeah, there we go, and there's a spotlight. It also got a little hook here too. And yeah, so like I said, it's a little safety item. I'm actually keeping one of these in my personal vehicle. It comes with that little handy carrying case you saw. It comes with 3. They have different versions of this. I think truck drivers would probably be a good idea to get you some of these while you're loading up on the side of the road. Not forklift, tow truck drivers, you know, stick this on the side of your tow truck, because I mean, from a distance this would kind of look like an emergency vehicle type light, and it might actually get someone to slow down and not mow you over. But yeah, it comes with 3 lights. Like I said, they're rechargeable. They are micro USB style charger. It's got the 3 leads. It actually charged up pretty quick when I first got these. And yeah, so it's a common charger. So if you just keep that common charger in your vehicle, and you always have it to use in the case of emergency. And it's got a little boot here to keep the water out of it. So like I said, it's one of those little safety things. It also came with these little teeny tiny gloves, which I'm pretty sure wouldn't fit my daughter. But yeah, there you go. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. I'm going back in time. Some people will get that reference. But yeah, like I said, these were fairly inexpensive, and yeah, who knows? Maybe one day it'll keep a forklift operator from running me over while I'm trying to fix a forklift in a warehouse. All right, so for the next product, again, I haven't featured this one yet on my YouTube shorts. It kind of became irrelevant, but I did use it at the end of the summer. I'm going to need you to keep your laughter to a minimum, because it's kind of a ridiculous expensive thing, but it's actually kind of nice. I can go back here and get it. And that would be this here umbrella with a magnet on it. I know it's silly, but it's actually kind of nice. Excuse me. I can't really open it up too well in here, but it's basically just a high quality umbrella, carbon fiber construction, or looks like carbon fiber construction, with a big friggin' magnet on it and an adjustable handle. I'll drop a clip in this actually set up so you kind of get a better sense. Like I said, it's too small in my van for me to open it, and I'm pretty sure that's bad luck, and that's the last thing I need. But yeah, I mean, it's just basically an umbrella with a magnet on the side of it, and you got this little adjuster here. I mean, you could probably make one of these, not too difficult, but I'm not the type to worry about crafty stuff like that. But yeah, it just, you know, you loosen it up, you get the angles of the dangles that you need, and it just basically blocks the sun for you on a really hot day. Like I said, I've kind of bought it at the end of summer, so I haven't got to use it too much, but it works and it's nice. And I mean, just getting the sun off you, for anyone who works outside, I mean, it makes the difference of night and day. And the one thing I can say, it comes with a lanyard, I guess, to keep it from blowing away when it's windy. And if it is a windy day, this thing's going to take off. But I mean, at least in my climate where I live, if it's windy, it's usually not hot. It's those August days where, you know, you got a 2-mile-an-hour wind and the sun's just beating on top of you. And this literally makes it feel like it's 20 degrees cooler, you know, laying hunched over inside an engine bay trying to fix something. And yeah, like I said, I really like this thing. I think at the time I bought it, it was like $75. And I know $75 for an umbrella with a magnet on it is a decent amount of money. But like I said, it works and it makes my life easier, and I like it, and that alone makes it worth it. So yeah, there you go with that. This particular item falls within the tool category, so it's not quite a gadget, but I still like it and I use it every day, and it makes my life easier. So I'm just going to throw it in here, and that's basically these little socket adapters. I can't find the other two because I never use them, and they're buried in my toolbox somewhere. But basically, it goes, you get a 1/4 to 3/8, a 3/8 to 1/2 inch, which is what which is what that is, and then you get a 1/2 inch to 3/4. And I actually bought this when I bought my 3/8 DeWalt. I did a little video on this thing, the DCF 923 3/8 stubby impact, which, by the way, I still love this thing, and I use it at least 4 times a day, and it's holding up great. But basically what this little socket thing does, this adapter does, is it lets me turn this thing into a 1/2 inch, which it has 1/2 inch style power, so it kind of works out pretty good. And it's low profile, so if you look at the difference between the two, I mean, you might only be saving a 1/2 inch of distance there, but I mean, ask your old lady, a 1/2 inch sometimes is the difference to get the job done, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, these things are great, and like I said, I beat on this thing all the time, taking wheel lugs off, and it's holding up great, not deforming at all. And yeah, I couldn't do without it. And this is, like I said, another thing that if it broke tomorrow, I'd buy another set the very next day. So there you go with that. Now, the next thing on my list are these little flare nut line style plugs. I'm not 100% sure what the hell I would even call these things. And basically what they do is, if you got a flare nut with a tube, something you would see like on a master cylinder, wheel cylinder, transmission line. These are also rated for diesel fuel. So if you're doing something with a diesel engine, and it just doesn't hold any pressure, but when you pull it off, those type of things tend to drip constantly, and you just stick the tube in here. You got the flare nut in here. You clamp it on, and it just keeps it from dripping. I do a lot of not a lot, but I do a decent amount of wheel cylinders on forklifts, and you pull the wheel cylinder off and you're getting everything ready, and the thing's just dripping. Then you got to worry, because eventually it's going to dump out the entire reservoir, and then you got to come back and you got to bleed the entire system, and it just makes it easy and keeps everything clean instead of having a constant drip of brake fluid on the ground. You just clip this on and you're done. They got 3 different sizes: a small, medium, and large. Like I said, they're rated for brake fluid, transmission fluid, or hydraulic fluid, and diesel fuel. So yeah, they work pretty good. And they also have this one over here, which is just 2 bungs back and forth there, and it'd be for like a banjo fitting. You clip that on there and it keeps it from dripping. So yeah, I definitely like these. They're nice and convenient, and I keep them tucked behind there. Lyle, I don't know if I mentioned that. Lyle makes a set that they've made for years, and it's just basically a keychain with a whole bunch of different plugs. And I had one at some point in time. I don't know if I borrowed it or if it's lost in my toolbox, but yeah, the fact that I can just clip these on here and they're at hand when I need them, I like them, and I will continue to use them. So the next thing on my list, and I'm going to have to take you off of the old stand here to show you, but it's basically this. The camera flipped around. It's this Harbor Freight tool holder that clips onto the side of your box. Holds 3 pistol grip style tools on it, 1 large and 2 smaller ones. I keep my drill in there, 1/4 inch driver, and my 1/2 inch impact in there. And as you can see, it's right by the side of the van here, so if I need to grab something, it's sitting right there. I was a little worried that it wasn't gonna stay on there, but it's got a couple of magnets down here which keep it in place, and it just hooks over the top. Tools surprisingly stay in there pretty well, and yeah, it just works. Like I said, it's Harbor Freight. Sometimes sun shines on the dog ass, and yeah, they kind of hit it out of the park with this one. So last but not least, and this is an honorable mention, I think back from like 2020, I think I bought this thing, and that's this here steering wheel tray thing. I don't know what exactly you would call it. I'll drop a clip in, but basically what you do is you take this, you clip it underneath the steering wheel, and then you got yourself a nice little tray. I originally bought this because during the lockdowns, all indoor dining was shut down, and I was eating out of my van a lot. And anyone who's eating out of a vehicle, you're sitting there, you got your Whopper balancing on your knee, you got your soda over here, your fries over here, then you drop your Whopper on the ground, and you're really hungry, and you start crying because now your Whopper's dirty. And yeah, this keeps everything nice and Nice and compact inside the thing. I keep it behind my seat. Just clip it on there. I eat my lunch. I set up my cell phone, watch YouTube videos while I'm eating, and yeah, just a little creature comfort, and makes lunchtime a little bit better. So yeah, if you're working out of a van or eating out of a van or eating out of a vehicle of any sort, definitely would recommend this. So there we go. That is my favorite gadgets from 2022. Like I said, some of those were tools, but it's just quality of life things. You make your life 1% better every day. By the end of the year, you're doing a lot better than you did when you started. And yeah. So any links or anything I could still find, because some of the stuff I've had for a while, I'll drop it down in the description, and anything that I forgot to say while I was recording this, as I always do, I'll drop that down in the description as well. And you have any questions, as always, drop them down in the description. But yeah, so this is the end of 2022. Is actually December 31st, if my calendar isn't lying to me. And yeah, hopefully the rain sound wasn't too bad. I don't know. I think I probably talked over it. It wasn't really raining that bad. But yeah, and I just want take this opportunity for you guys who actually made it this far into the video to thank you for watching my videos. I started off this year completely jazzed if I posted a video and I got 100 views on it, and now I'm getting on some of my videos over 100,000 views, and that's all thanks to you fine folks. And yeah, I appreciate it. I kind of feel like I've created a little bit of a community here, and that's kind of hacky to say because everyone says that because they want everyone to feel together. But even in my short videos and in my long format videos, they're like gigantic shop bullshit sessions. I don't know if they do this in the office, but you get a bunch of guys in a shop and everyone stands around and makes jokes, and that's kind of how I feel like when in my comment section. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Half the time when I post videos, I wish I'd go back in time, because you guys have a lot more funny things to say about the videos in my comments, and I'd be a lot funnier if I had a time machine. But yeah, you guys are great, and I feel like I'm pandering here, but I'm not. I really do appreciate you guys, and yeah, that's about it for me for 2022. This video will probably come out on the 4th, which kind of a little bit late, but like I said, I suck at YouTube, so yeah, and that's just how things go. So again, like I said, you guys know what to do. If you got a comment, leave a comment. Why do people always do that? Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Why do people feel the need to say that? I never got that. It's just, I mean, and if you're on YouTube for the first time, I mean, the comment and the like's nice, but if you're not going to be back, why the hell would you bother subscribing? I don't know. That's just how I am. I'm too literal, I guess. But yeah, so there you go. That's 2022. I got a bunch of cool stuff planned up for 2023. I probably got the next 2 months worth of videos planned out, and I do two videos a month. Usually post them on Wednesday. That keeps the algorithm happy. And yeah, like I said, more tool reviews. I'm thinking about sitting down and doing some me watching stuff on the internet style reviews. Maybe going on TikTok and doing not live. I can't do live videos. My filter isn't good enough to do live videos, but the editing, I can cut out the stuff that I probably shouldn't say. But yeah, it's like live reviews of some of those goofy TikTok videos and other cool stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm still experimenting here. I'm not even sure what my channel's all about yet, but I'm just having fun, and hopefully you guys are having fun watching me. So I'm getting long-winded, as always. So yeah, thanks for watching. There you go.